Hello everyone and welcome to 100 Days of Hardcore Minecraft. Of course, this is inspired by Luke the Notable. My goals are simple. Kill the dragon, get a full power beacon, and, well, I'll talk about the third one later. For now, let's just start with Day 1. I spawned in an oak and birch forest and found a spider spawner exposed to the surface, so ran away. Got stone for tools and a furnace, then chopped trees for the rest of the daylight, and then began working on house foundations. I had a basic structure down and lit up for safety, and went mining and found a cave system while tunneling down, and got iron and lapis. But some skeletons showed up, so I decided to return to the surface. Day 2 went to work clearing the trees around my house and made a bucket, iron chestplate, shield and pickaxe with all the smelted iron. Then made windows for my house so it looked nicer without the roof. Then as the sun set I ran back to the spider spawner to stop spawns and check the chests. Got coal, wheat, bread and a bunch of other stuff. Then went back to mining now that I had a shield to fight the mobs with. Got heaps of iron and found a skeleton spawner with melon seeds and buckets. Then behind where I came down I found another skeleton spawner. And while trying to stop spawns I came to 1 heart and nearly died. But I ate a golden apple to regen. Yeah, I need to set up a farm quick. I have no food and almost died. Day 3, while the iron from the previous night smelted, I made a fishing rod and got some quick fish to cook while I sorted out my food problem. I made a melon farm and a wheat farm with bones I'd gotten, and thankfully my melons grew quick. So my food problem is temporarily solved. Haha! I then made a boat to explore the land across the water in search of a village, or at least sheep. I found plains and a savannah, and luckily some sheep that will become my bed. Hey, I got some mutton I can eat now once I cook it. And for the first time, I slept through the night. Day 4, the day started with tree chopping. It's time to clear my land proper. And also try to finish building my house. I still don't have a roof. I just did the same thing I did down the bottom, stripped birch logs and oak logs. I think it looks nice. But I want stone brick for my roof, so it's time to cook some cobble. And while that's happening, I put granite stairs down leading to the caves. It's just the law, I have to follow it. And then it was back to tree chopping. I need lots of charcoal since coal seems to be hard to get for me right now. When I got home, I contemplated swapping the oak logs for stone brick, but decided against it. Then I went mining closer to the surface. Luckily I found a cave system, and it had coal in it, as well as iron. The coal is for torches. I will keep using charcoal for furnaces for now. Day 5, roofing began, and you know roofing sucks sometimes, hence why I decided to make a second story to my house. Oh, and I expanded the melons. Need more food. And then it was back to tree chopping. Need more wood for the second level. Oh, look at that. It's already done. And it turned out the same, so yay, I didn't mess it up. Day 6, it's time to roof the second level as much as I can. Shouldn't be too bad, I have a smaller section to do. However, I need more stone, so I went down to find some lava to make a generator, and I will be building it under my house, for ease of access. And by the end of the day, I had a generator built and working, although I did use 20 iron just to make it. The glass is a nice touch though. Then for the rest of the day, it was back to mining to deep slate. The plan was to mine to a good level for diamonds, and hopefully get enough for a pickaxe and enchanting table. Although I found some more caves, I'm not sure how I feel about this just yet. A lot of the caves I've found so far connect to each other naturally. However, I just wanted to keep going down. Diamonds are best found the lower you go, and a lot of these caves aren't that deep. Day 7, I carved an area under my house to place the enchanting table once I get it. It's ugly and mostly granite, but it works for now, and I'll hopefully fix it later. I don't. But I was thirsting for diamonds, so I was straight back to mining. No stopping this time. Found some more cave and immediately found some diamonds. 5 of them, which is my goal. And then after finding another cave, I found 3 more, bringing my total to 8. After hitting Y-54, I was at the level I aimed for and fixed up the stairs all the way down, but then returned to the surface. After making some more storage, I made my diamond pickaxe as well as a new iron one and went down to the mines. After killing a zombie, I got a potato, which made me happy. A baked potato would be better for me than bread and melons. Day 8, I got right to it, bone mealing the potato in the hopes of getting more, and ended up with 14 to start my farm. That's a good start. I went boating afterwards and found a ruined portal not too far away, and it's even possible to light this one. I just have to rearrange the obsidian first. After lighting the portal and stepping through, oh my, this is awful. I could see a bastion's not too far away, but this is my first 100 days attempt since I left the hospital, and bastions have ended all my runs so far, so no, thank you. I bartered a little with the piggies and then decided to leave. I'm not confident enough to take on the Nether right now. I mined the corners of the portal first though, gotta get that enchanting table. Day 9, this morning I took out the loiterers out front and got to work chopping down more trees. I want more area to build in. I then made a pen to put some animals in, either sheep or cows. I would like both, but it's only one pen, so either or for now. And by the end of the day, I had 2 cows and a sheep in a boat, so Animal Farm has begun. and I just had a great idea. Day 10, I began a very small and simple build, one that will get me lots of steak and leather easily. However, if you like cows, you're not going to like this one. The way it works is simple. The cows live in that one block of water with a fence post above them, and then you keep breeding them until entity cramming occurs and kills the adults automatically, giving me free leather and steak. It's simple, and they die pretty quick once it fills up. I just hope Peter doesn't knock on my door now. On the plus side, the pen now has sheep in it, and I will be coming back for them later. And that night I put down my enchanting table and set the spots for bookshelves. Very productive. Day 11, I cleared some land to get ready for farm expansion. I need more food and would like to have more potatoes planted sooner rather than later. Since I already had planted some, though, and had some more bones, I could now plant 50 potatoes, which is going to give me better food sooner. And that night I was back at -54 to set up a small area to begin digging. However, I stopped and returned to the skeleton spawner I found and began setting that one up. Day 12, I basically just continued skeleton farm construction, but it was halted when I needed to feed my animals. After I fed them and set up some cobble to be smelted, I went for a quick swim to grab some kelp. I was also lucky the piglins gave me soul sand in the trades. And before returning to the spawner, I worked on the roof some more. I thought having stairs continue to the roof was a good idea, and surrounding the roof in wall blocks and lights would make it look good. Better than trying to build a proper roof. It's more premium, and my property is worth more this way. And I was back at the spawner that night. I obviously hadn't constructed one of these in a while, so I was watching a tutorial by Shulkercraft on building it. Day 13, I just finished the farm, and it was successful, but for the rest of the day I just whacked the bone boys. Day 14, after a whole day at the farm, I was able to get some good XP in bones and arrows, and even a light enchanted bow. Not bad for a quick spawner farm. I headed back to the surface, found out it was potato time. With the help of the bones, my potato farm doubled in size, and now I can have baked potatoes. Nice. I also got more wheat, because if I'm hungry, so are my animals. I also planted sugarcane. I'm gonna need paper for books and future rockets too. I then made a compass, as I wanted to go explore the land around me. My goal tomorrow, find a village. Those guys will make my struggles much easier. And renewable diamond tools and armor is always nice. Day 15, it's time to adventure. With my food, bed and compass, I set out in my boat in search of new land. But not before I kill this trader's llamas for the leads and feed my stock. I'm hoping my adventure doesn't take too long, but I know if I find a village, I will be kidnapping 2 of them to start my own little town. I did find a sparse jungle biome though. I had hopes to find bamboo. I did not. But later I found a big jungle across the water from a village. And a sunken ship as well, which was on land. Better search this one. Man, this sucker is really buried. It really wasn't worth it. And by the end of the day I had loads of bamboo, so I should be good for a while. On day 16, it was time. I'm going to get myself some villagers. Oh lord, this village is all over these hills. I'm not even going to try connect it all. Just give me two volunteers and all of your wheat, please. Soon enough, I had 2 boats with a villager in each, ready to relocate to their new prison. Home. Yeah, home. By the end of the day, I was back home with one of the villagers, but I realised I had nowhere to put them, so time to construct a simple house out of deep slate and oak. Oh, that sounds ugly. By the end of the day, I got it looking okay. I prefer my own house. Day 17, it was time to finish Operation My Own Town. I need beds and might as well get a job for them to lure them over. I will be selling sticks for emeralds to these guys to get this thing started. And it didn't take long, but now I have a trapped villager. Time to get the other one. Villager number 2 was back on my land by the end of the day. However, it was getting late, so I'll get him inside tomorrow. And on day 18, he's already in. Now for my next project, an auto bamboo farm. I need more materials though, like redstone, so it's back to mining. Luckily it didn't take that long, and now I have as many pistons as observers. By day 19, I had a majority of the farm set up in the middle of the day, but I was having problems with the wiring. I haven't done a lot of redstone lately, and I can't wrap my head around it. And by day 20, still trying to get the wiring right, but it should be good now. Just need some glass to cover the bamboo. And there it is, all done. I love glass and Optifine. At the end of the day, I checked my townhouse and found that they had tripled in numbers, not bad. However, the wheat farm has to go. I need to fix their wall and gate, it's not good. I also tried to get the Sniper Duel achievement tonight for some reason. Day 21, and oh geez, the Iron Golems is already spawning. Not sure if that's a good thing right now. Oh, and a trader showed up. His trade was so bad a skeleton was offended and shot him. But now I had an idea. I'm going to get bookshelves from a librarian. And while I'm at it, he might as well give me a decent enchantment too. I also need iron, so the golem's mine. The golem's flowers will be used for decoration at the townhouse too, as well as a reminder that I'm strong enough to kill their protectors. I also killed a loiterer in my house. He had dirt. I can't be having that. On day 22, I'm still looking for that decent enchantment and... Oh, wait. He's got mending. Quick, lock him in. Thankfully, he also sold bookshelves. So that's not an issue. So now I need to get to work on making emeralds. And to do that, I just need to sell sticks for now. And while, I'm down to cut down some more oak and birch, I would rather get a spruce going, So let's go searching for that today. Oh hey, a sunken ship with trash loot. Nice. Next. Found another ruined portal with some gold blocks. That's good, but not what I'm after. And then a cave with some dripstone. Better grab some of that real quick. And as night set in, I could see in the distance some lights. A spruce village. Nice. Day 23, I ran around cutting spruce and looting the village. I might as well, I won't be back here. I want a decent amount of saplings as well to get some big sprucey boys on my land. 32 saplings should suffice. It's time to head home though. I stopped by the portal on the way home to mine some obsidian. I want a portal in my basement and hopefully it will get me a better spawn than that other one. I found another sunken ship in the ground too, and after digging around I realised it was also just awful, so I wasted my time. And late at night I was back home, and I even managed to get the sniper duel achievement from my boat. Nice. Day 24, after killing some golems, I set a very basic tree farm up. It's again from Shulkercraft, which basically allows for easy sapling collection, and no other dirt will convert to podzol, because podzol is gross. Ugh. The rest of the day was just chopping down big boy spruce, well into day 25, and then I was selling sticks. I need emeralds, and I want to start working on other villages. This is going to be slow, it's why in normal playthroughs I try to skip this part, but this is 100 days, I can't really do that. Have to show it and whatnot. And at night I was back to skelly farming, looking for more bones and arrows. I got an all-white bow too, power 2, not bad. And on day 26 I was selling sticks, but I was selling more of them this time as I had made a second Fletcher. I was also able to make a weaponsmith for some diamond axes hopefully, just to speed up the process of getting sticks. I also want a second librarian, this one to sell me Silk Touch or Efficiency 5. I'll take nothing else, unless it's Unbreaking 3. And after a whole day of selling sticks and changing the books for the second guy, I didn't get either enchantment, so I guess I'll try again tomorrow. Day 27, as the sun rose, I just finished chopping down trees and was right back at it, selling sticks and buying things. At one point, the book boy offered Feather Falling 4, which I was almost tempted to buy, but then I re-rolled and got Silk Touch. That will do. And that just means there's no more wasting fuel on cobble to turn it back into stone. That is beautiful. And then I enchanted my diamond pick with Fortune, just so I could get more diamonds to make more stuff with. And then I went back to mining. I got 7 diamonds overnight. And on day 28, I now had 10 diamonds, and instead of making that Silk Touch pick I wanted, I made a sword and a chest plate, and got protection 3 on the chest plate. The sword, I got Unbreaking 3. And that was it. I mean, at least it won't break anytime soon. And then I did something I never normally do. I went into the ocean and... I just went mining in ocean caves. I don't normally do this, it makes me nervous, and, I'm usually playing on hardcore, so if I die, that's it. But the amount of coal and iron I got was actually satiating me, so I might do this again in the future. I don't know about this video, though. And then days 29 to 31, thanks to all my coal, I was back in the mines, looking for more diamonds. However, after several days, I only ended up with another 10. I did make an anvil, though. I then made myself that diamond pick with Silk Touch and a new diamond helmet. And I was even able to get Efficiency 4 on the pick before I added the Silk Touch enchantment, which is nice. I then threw my iron sword and pickaxes on the ground. I don't need that rubbish no more. I know that was just 3 days, but here's day 32. I was up bright and early, and I decided I didn't want a bamboo farm anymore, so I began converting it into a sugarcane farm. And then for the rest of the day, it was just farming. And then I decided, you know what, I'm tired of farming myself, so I decommissioned my potato farm and replaced it with an auto potato farm. And on day 33, the villagers were in, and luckily they were in super easy. It didn't take long, just a little bit of water, and boom, donezo. I also made sure that the farmers brought potatoes. It was back to selling sticks afterwards, though. And then after fixing the beds the two farmers used, it was time to sleep in the townhouse. And then on day 34, you know what I did? I just sold sticks for literal currency. Got to get books for my small basement library. And by the end of the day, I finally got a diamond axe. I was happy, and got right to it, chopping spruce for the rest of the day. And then I finished chopping at middle of the night. That is actually amazing how fast production gets. Day 35, it was just more stick trading, and at night I sorted out my storage a bit better. Made more chests, you name it, although this system will get cluttered soon too. Not much to talk about really for this day. Oh, and some more wood chopping. Day 36 was a rainy day, but manual labour pays the bills, so there's no stopping. I also worked on an armourer today. I can't remember when I made him, but he's here now. And I can't find the footage of when I made him. The rain then became a thunderstorm, so I went to bed early just to save myself some trouble. Day 37, I know the days are a bit sporadic, but today was the day I enchanted some leggings I managed to get from the armourer. He gave me protection 3 and unbreaking 3, not bad. Couldn't really enchant the boots or helmet yet though, I don't have enough experience. And for the rest of the day I just smacked some bone boys. Day 38 I got to level 30 with the Skelly farm, and I went straight back to the surface to enchant my boots and got protection, unbreaking 3, as well as depth strider. For the rest of the night I just mined stone. I have a project in mind for tomorrow that's not functional whatsoever. Day 39 begins the bridge project. I wanted to make a bridge, connecting my land to the one that you can see across the water where I got my bed from. Only problem is, if you look around, you can see that all of this land is connected anyway. It'd be faster to just boat over, honestly, but damn it, I want a bridge. Spoiler, I don't have enough material, and I won't get this finished today. Yeah, the sun's going down and it's not even close to done. So I just went back to the Skelly farm. I need my helmet enchanted. Oh, look at that, protection 4 and unbreaking 3. That's actually pretty damn good enchantments for the helmet. Pretty sure that I've got everything enchanted now, so it's time to go into the Nether. I carved out a new section under my base for a new portal, and on day 40 we're stepping through... Oh, this spawn is worse. It's basalt deltas. Oh no. Found out that it connected to some nether waste and crimson forest. That's actually alright, I can live with this. And then I got some gold, traded with a piglin, and hopefully he'd give me fire res or ender pearls, maybe both. And the trades were awful, he didn't give me much at all. I think I ended up with only a couple of pearls and 1 fire res. And then I decided to make my way back towards the portal. And when I did, I just went towards that warped forest to the left of the portal when I came in. I need to get pearls. Enderman spawn here. After connecting my portal area to the warped forest, I went looking around and found a fortress. That will do just beautifully. Went in and I managed to get enough blaze rods. I got 11. That's enough. Day 41, I began gathering materials for an auto wool farm today. Now that I have access to potion brewing, I want cured shepherds to make money. However, there is another reason I want wool. In my first season of hardcore, I was killed by the warden and never got to enjoy any of the loot from an ancient city. This time around I want lots of wool and to escape with the Swift Sneak enchantment. And if not the Swift Sneak, at least get the music disc fragments to make that new one that came out with 1.19. And then on day 42, oh god, I'm still doing this farm. It's got enough room for 20 sheep. I think that's a bit too much. By night though, I had an area for the minecart set up and all the observers and dispensers were in place. I now just need to get glass and of course sheep. Day 43, you know I could go kill the ender dragon now if I wanted to, but I'm still working on my wool farm. This glass is going to take me all day. I know it. Yep, it did too. Bugger. Day 44, I started the day brewing splash potions of weakness. It's easy, I have plenty of from multiple loads. I then began filling in the wool farm. The leads from that wandering trader really help. By the end of the day, I had 9 out of 20 in there, but I need to breed more sheep. I'm afraid I don't have enough. And then I chopped wood for the whole night, just so I had something to do. By morning of day 45, I was trading with the librarian. I wanted mending. It was time to enchant all my gear with mending. I was able to get my pickaxes and boots done today, and then I was able to get Feather Falling 4 on my boots, because that mending boy sold Feather Falling 4 as his second book. The rest of the day was sheep herding. My auto wool farm will be done, I swear. It wasn't done today though, I need to breed some more sheep, but that's fine. Day 46, I just finished up the sheep farm. I also chopped down this tree right behind my house, it was starting to get in the way. And then I finally decommissioned that melon farm I built in the first 10 days. I'll make an auto one probably, who knows. And then during the night, I started to build something right where the tree used to be. But on day 47, I wasn't building, I was off looking for iron. I keep running out of it and I haven't built an iron farm. I also wanted to mine away from home, just to change up the scenery a bit. If you've seen my first season of Hardcore, you know that I'm building a place for villagers to become infected and cured and then traded with. I didn't stop working on it through the night though. I don't have phantoms on me yet, I keep sleeping. Day 48, it's now the day that I move the villagers over. I don't know why I used rails. The looms for shepherds are in place. They'd go over willingly. By the end of the day, I only had one of them in because I gave up on getting more and just went to chop down more forest while I waited for night time. I got the zombie in and he had a sword, which was nice. I managed to trap him and then I walked away. And then it took 3 hits for the villager to turn. I'm also sure that the zombie has more reach with a sword, which with this design will come back to bite me. And then while I waited for the villager to cure, I started work on changing my house from oak to spruce. On day 49, he's normal. He's back to being a normal villager. But I need him to become undead and cured again so he can love me more. I bet you're wondering, why am I changing my house to spruce? And honestly, I prefer the darker colour of the wood compared to birch and oak. But I still want tiled floors, so I'm going to leave the birch planks in. And I replace the oak. Honestly, the birch and spruce complement each other. I'm starting to wonder why people despise birch. And as I was working on the house, I could hear the villager was being turned again, even though I didn't have it. Wait a minute. Okay, no more touching him for you, you're cut. After giving the villager his medicine, I just went back to house reno. And here we are, day 50, we're halfway there. By morning, I was done. Not bad at all. I like it a lot more. The villager is also cured completely. Today was the day I was going to get more pearls, though, so I could go to the end. I was in the Nether, killing Endermen. I had 11 more pearls by the end of the day, and I already had some at home. Yep, I have 14 now. So I have 14 Eyes of Ender. Here we go. Day 51. Today's the day. Gonna find the stronghold and kill the dragon. I've procrastinated long enough. And before I knew it, I was digging down that same day. It's not that far. I was running around the stronghold before long. I found the library, but only got paper and books. And then, as it was about to click over to the next day, I found the portal room. At least I think it was the next day. It's hard to tell, I wasn't really keeping track of the time. So we'll just say I fought the dragon on day 52. Had to bridge over from the land of obsidian, but that's okay. And then the dragon fight itself was actually the easiest one I've ever had. The pillars were all really low, so the crystals were destroyed faster. Even the caged ones were easy to destroy, I don't get it. And not even 5 minutes later, I'd done it. The dragon was killed. Look at that. That was insanely quick. I managed to get to level 69 and almost immediately started killing Endermen for their pearls. I'm gonna need them. And then not long after that, we were there. The End Islands. It was time to find an elytra. The first end city I found was small and no ships, so no dice this time. And then day 53, I pretty much was just traveling until I found 2 cities right next to each other, which means I can get 2 elytras rather quickly. Got a little bit of loot, but the main prize was the elytra. And maybe some shulker shells. I raided what I could and went straight to the other end city afterwards, grabbed the second elytra, and then I started to make my way home. Got the dragon egg on the way home too. Pretty awesome outing. I also was able to get enough for 6 shulker boxes now, which is a godsend. And then I put the dragon egg on a diamond block. It's my tradition, and it will never change. By the end of the night, I tried to get some better enchantments on my sword. I ended up having to combine swords to get sharpness 5 and unbreaking 3. And at the beginning of day 54, my anvil broke while I was trying to make a better bow. So now I need to get a new anvil. Whatever, I tested my new bow out, it's good. And then I began the project of changing the land out the front of my house from sand to grass. It's going to take a while, but I know it will look a lot better. It's not going to get done this 100 days though, not completely. I've still got a lot to do. I did flatten the land a little bit too. I like my land to be level with the seawater. I was also able to get 4 more mending books and put them on my shovel, helmet, elytra and sword. Then I just farmed skellies all night to repair my shovel. And then day 55 I was brewing night vision potions, selling wool for an emerald apiece at the same time. I then grabbed some of my wool and I was off. Today was a big adventure. I just killed the dragon, and now I'm going straight to the ancient city. Unlike the first time I found one in my first season, I'm going to be ready this time. I have night vision, I have wool, and I know now how a hoe works better on skulk, so I'll be able to get rid of stuff faster. I also know the deep dark is more common under mountains, which is what I'm doing here. I'm hoping for a cave to be exposed deep enough that you can see skulk from the surface, but as you can see, I wasn't lucky this time. I decided I'd just go caving as deep as I can that night, and then dig down from there. I also don't have a lot of torches, so I will not be placing any. And on day 56, before too long, I was in the deep dark and got the achievement for sneaking past sensors, whatever. And while exploring, I found the city and landed on top of a shrieker, so I've already set that off. There's one. I'm going to be there for a couple of days at least. My goal is to finally experience Swift Sneak 3 on a survival world. Oh, and I just triggered another shrieker. That's 2. I've never used wool for this before, so I'm not going to be perfect at it. And oh, there's 3. Already, at this point, he can spawn if I step on another shrieker. I was able to search 2 chests here, and the best thing in them was the disc fragments. So I was actually able to search a few more chests afterwards, only getting fragments when I stepped on a shrieker. He summoned, and I managed to get away, and then I watched him kill a bat, and then went back to looting. Day 57, I ended up summoning him a couple more times, and I also never got Swift Sneak. But I have all the fragments I need, and I'm out of wool and night vision, so I made the decision to leave. I don't respawn, and testing my luck any further will get me killed. I was back home very quickly, and then that night I flattened out some land behind the villager's townhouse. I don't think I had a plan for it yet for what to build there. However, day 50, I decided to build a simple iron farm, and spoiler, it works for a bit, but ends up not. So yeah, day 58 was just iron farm prep. On day 59 I was moving the villagers, and this only takes so long because villagers are hard to move. But by the end of the day they were all in, so it only took me 1 day to move 5 villagers. After cleaning up the rails I farmed XP for my shovel, it's real low. And then day 60 I wanted to get some more cured villagers, so I got to work on getting another one in there. However, I stopped and decided to start building something I had in my head for a while. See, I want to build a bubble elevator, and I want to build it in my house. So I'm expanding it to have the elevator to my roof. It won't be to max height, but it will be pretty high up. I didn't finish it today, but instead I added a zombie to the iron farm, and for now this thing is pumping. So I went AFK there. Day 61, the only shot of daytime I have for it is the sunrise. I must have been AFK for the whole day. Yep, I don't move until night, and that's only just to head to bed. Day 62, I wanted to see if my iron farm would continue to pump out if I was over at the main island. It doesn't seem to. Great. But today it was all about finally curing another villager, and I did just that. Had him in his pod and was curing him by the night time. So I went back to bubble elevator construction. I didn't make it symmetrical with the rest of my house. Ugh. And the elevator was working by sunrise the next day. Day 63, I don't even think I lowered the villager down to be infected. Why? Oh right, the sword. Doy. Well, better cure him and make more weakness potions. I also wanted another librarian today. I'm almost certain I was chasing Unbreaking 3. He offered Unbreaking 2 though. I just got 2 of those books to make an Unbreaking 3. I'll get the perfect enchant another time. I actually was able to upgrade my axe to Unbreaking 3 with 1 book as well. Nice. And yeah, sword gives the zombie range. I'll have to block him off from that guy too, like I did for the first one. But now I have 2 shepherds that buy wool for 1 emerald, and I only need 2 more to make it perfect. Then it should be all good. And that night I finished construction of the bubble elevator. Day 64, nah, I lied. I was still working on it the next day. And oh my. That is just ugly. That is awful. I really don't do much else today. I just kind of bummed about. Day 65, it's time to explore. I wanted to explore my world today and see if I could find a pillager outpost. I headed a different direction from where I've been so far and saw a village like 200 blocks away from spawn. You can imagine my reaction. Found snow and even flew right over an igloo, and then it led to a frozen ocean, and all that I really got from all this was blue ice. I didn't stick around. I then saw a swamp, and it wasn't the right swamp. It was the normal one, so no thanks. And then found another village and then realised I was lost. I didn't bring my compass. So I went down and grabbed some iron and redstone from the mines nearby. And then, I was flying home pretty much that night. On the way home, though, I realised I was heading towards a pillager outpost. Yes, here we go. I didn't stay long. I just looted it and went home. Got an awesome goat horn from it. And then I took the cords. I'll come back next video. Day 66, after flying all night, I was home after sunrise and was right back to making money and then mined for some stone with the generator. It's been a while. Then day 67, I was in the Nether, mining up some magma blocks. I'm going to need them for a build. I pretty much got everything I need for this build. I just need some more stone. And then at night time, I did exactly that. And then day 68, here we go. Time to try out a new creeper farm I've seen a video of. This design was one I found on the channel by Waddles, so here's the credit of where I saw it. And when it became night, I finished that part that I was doing and went back to getting some more stone. Day 69. Nice. Okay, compulsory day 69 joke is over. I just kept building the creeper farm, same as yesterday. And then day 70, yep, I'm still building this thing. And I ended up making some more money with the villagers while I was at it. And then by the night time of day 71, I was done. Now, what I should have done was build an AFK spot a lot higher up than what I eventually end up doing. But of course, I don't do that. So this farm, throughout the rest of this video, never works. Like, at all. I'm not even kidding. So I just went back to deforestation. And at night I started making an area to clear and flatten. And then by night time I was in the Nether. I believe I was chasing gold with my silk touch to get some more golden apples. However, I decided this time I would raid that bastion I could see from my portal. I ended up landing on the side and cheesed it as much as I could, killing the piglin brutes for 1 block. I swear this is not cheating, it's just cheesing it. Is that the same? I don't know. I ended up finding a Fortune 1 diamond pick in the first chest, and that was pretty much the best thing about it. The second, and then the 2 other chests in the next room were just awful. I just left. If that's what the loot's like at the top of the bastion, I don't want to see the rest of it. And then that night I was back in the overworld safely. Day 73, I mined up the quartz I brought back from the Nether, and I was chopping down spruce again for the rest of the day. There are some days you don't do much in Minecraft. And before long, I was back to terraforming my land during the night. There's a lot to do here. Day 74 was the same thing, just some more terraforming and a lot of work. Day 75, it was time to finish the cured shepherds, so I was up and at it in the morning. Didn't take long. I had an infected boy in one of the pods, but for the rest of the day I struggled to get the last one in there and gave up. I just went to bed. Day 76, I got the 4th and final one in there, and it was time to cure the pair of them. Once they're cured and infected again, I should be able to start getting lots of emeralds. And then I realised that out of 4 of these guys, 3 of them have their second trade as buying black wool. Day 77, the next morning, I was roofing a new building. It was almost done. I used wool to do the roof, to symbolise that the shepherds lived here. I think it was a nice touch. I might do that for my villager houses. And in the rain, I added the beds. There was a house for the shepherds now. Now I'm going to dismantle this infector. I think the zombie with the sword kind of killed my morale with it. I won't be using it again, at least not this one, and I will not be using another zombie with a sword next time. Day 78, I was just making emeralds. I'm starting to prepare for a beacon, which means soon I'll have to go to the Nether to get skulls. But I still need emeralds to build this beacon, so for now I'm just going to trade. And when I'm not trading, I will be going back to flattening and terraforming my land. I have an idea of another building I want to do soon. Day 79, I was just trying to make my land look more natural. I've never done this and I probably never will again. I usually just flatten the whole thing out. I wish I'd built my land on flatter area. I feel like I'd do amazing on super flat. By night time, I was done, and using fortune on all the ores I'd dug up from that land. And as the night was ending, I built that small AFK platform above my creeper farm, but like I said, it's not built high enough. Day 80, I was just in the AFK spot. I was testing it. And then day 81, I was still AFK. I'm telling you, I wasted these days. Yep. In the end, I ended up getting 24 gunpowder. It hurts just to read this out loud. Day 82, after those disappointing days, I felt defeated and decided to leave it. I couldn't face my failure. So I got looting 3 on my new sword and combined it with what I had and went to the Nether. I'm done. I'm gonna go get some skulls. I went in search of a new fortress instead of using the one I'd already discovered, and found another one near another warped forest. I swear this is a different one. And then I spent some time here. I think I was here for about 2 days. Yep, at the end of day 83, I was flying home with 3 wither skulls. I'm quite proud of this. I never even came close to dying. It was heavily night when I got home though, so I'll kill the wither tomorrow. Day 84, I got what I needed and went down to the strip mine that I started so long ago. I plan to kill this thing legit once, and then maybe cheese him for the rest of it. Hopefully, if I kill him down here, when he starts trying to kill me, he'll expose some diamonds, so that'll be nice. I dug down one of my tunnels and made a room to spawn him. I don't know why I dug one layer down in the room for him. He could hit me a lot easier this way, but the fight was quick. He hit me twice, I think, and it wasn't too concerning. And I was right, he exposed some diamonds. Now I have a wither star, I need to make a beacon. However, I don't have nearly enough blocks for the beacon, so my next goal is to get the blocks I'm missing. And that night I went to the iron farm and found that a drowned was in the boat now instead of a zombie. So the farm was back to being reactivated. That's awesome. I went AFK. I don't know how long, but at least I know this farm works. But I was making emeralds again, and this time I was making them where I could. Yes, that meant selling my potatoes and sticks again. I need the blocks. I also went and got some black ink and expanded the storage on the wool farm. It's overflowing. I then patiently waited to turn some sheep black, as that also sells well. The more I can make with the shepherds, the less wood I'd have to cut for sticks, and by this point I was over it. I was still trying to turn sheep black by night time, and just saying, but I should have just killed 10 sheep and put new black sheep in their place. Day 86, I already had 30 black wool, but I have to let it build up a bit. Oh, okay, never mind. I got 32 and I just went and sold that. I didn't make much, as 2 of the shepherds started asking for 13 or 12 wool for an emerald. And even though I could sell it, I'd rather get their trades reset. Now, I don't need that many more blocks, but I still had to sell my potatoes and sticks, both of which my stock is running low on. But I had an idea. Since I only had 1 layer of 9 blocks left to do, really, I just went and grabbed some gold and made 9 gold blocks, which was enough. And I ended up picking speed 2 for my effect. And that is beautiful. That is another achievement. That is another goal done. A beacon at full power. And then I decided that night I wanted to move my iron farm closer. I believe this is what will break the farm altogether. And then on day 87, I decided to decommission the original farm. Sorry guys, I'm not relocating you. You're out here in the ocean. After that heinous crime, I tore down the whole thing. Now to get working on the other one. Luckily, I already have what I need, conveniently. And before long, I was moving new villagers. Day 88, I'd given food to them to make 1 baby. I didn't have enough clean slate villagers. But that encouraged me to build something else. I'm building a better townhouse. Villager breeder. It's going to have more beds and space. Now the problem is now it's too close to the iron farm. So once the villagers move and, the iron farm's all, everything's all set up, the iron farm will basically just stop. I don't know this at this point. Whatever. At night I was flooring the new townhouse and fell in love with using chiseled stone as flooring. That's nice. Day 89, it was roofing, and I'm trying a new design, logs and slabs. And you know what? It looks really nice. And that stone slab top, just perfect. It still needs windows, but I want to make a tunnel to move the villagers so they don't wander away. And on day 90, the next day, windows and villagers were in. I decided to leave the Fletchers in the old townhouse though, and let them have their own building. And at night, for the last time in this video, my iron farm pumped out iron. Day 91, well, 2 of my main goals are accomplished, the dragon and a working beacon, but I still don't have Swift Sneak 3, so I had to build up the courage to go search for it. Instead, I made money. It's easy, now my wool farm gives me white and black. I also set up an auto smelter so that I could smelt all this copper that I've been hoarding. And for the rest of the day, I brewed night vision potions, bringing twice as many as before. And then I decided I'd also bring triple the amount of wool. Maybe more, I'm not sure. And then that night, I set out in search of a new ancient city. I didn't want to go to the old one. I found a huge snowy peaks and decided to go down there. Night vision on, it's time to dig. And in day 92, I was in the deep dark, but not in a city just yet. I still had to find that. And then I started digging. I was determined to find a city here. And then from what I could tell, by the night time of day 92, I was in a new city. Okay, same deal as before. I'm going to sneak around everywhere and use wool to cover the sensors and shriekers. I'm practiced at it by this point. And then I try to search every chest I could to hopefully get Swift Sneak 3. In day 93, I was able to get some echo shards, which are totally useless to me because I don't really need a respawn compass in hardcore. But it looks cool. I might end up making one and just sticking it on an item frame on the wall. Now I'm telling you, it's lucky I came here when I did, because while the first ancient city raid was 2 days, that was just 1 city. While exploring this one, I realised it had 2 of those monument things shaped like the warden's head, so I'm technically raiding 2 cities here. This was just slow, mostly because I can't rush this. I'm pretty sure if I hadn't raided that first city though, it would have taken me twice as long to do these 2, and I'd still be doing it on day 100. But this day I realised I didn't trigger the shriekers as often. And then day 94, I was getting good at securing the chests, but I still will make a mistake here and there. But by now I'm smart enough to sprint on paths of wool throughout the city. I've come a long way from Season 1 of Hardcore. I was able to get an infinity book at one point, and I realised that I didn't have that yet, so of course I took it. I was still searching by the night time of day 94, however, my wool stock was low, and I only had 1 night vision potion left. I was using them as sparingly as I could. And I think this here is the very last chest. So I opened it and there it is, there it is. Yes, there it is. Swift Sneak 3. That's it. I'm out. Screw staying here. I want out. But I did want to come back at some point to these cities. It was actually a very nice find. So when I surfaced, I made sure that I could see the entrance to these cities from the air. And as it was raining, I flew home. But I had everything I needed from the city. And before the sun started to rise, I was home and I was taking it all in. Day 95, I had already put Swift Sneak on my pants and had made a jukebox to listen to Other Side and 5. It was glorious. Look at me. Swift Sneak 3. Oh, this is so beautiful. And it matches well with Other Side's vibe. Then, you know, I put 5 on and I was disturbed. I'm actually happy the normal music of Minecraft started to play. For the rest of the day, I just made emeralds and put some more black sheep in the farm, and phantoms attacked me. I haven't actually killed any yet, so I killed them and took their meat to make some slow falling potions in the future. I then began carving out a new area under my house, and for the next 4 days, 95 to 98 in total, I worked on this. It was just storage. I wanted to put it down in my basement, and I wanted to make it big with pods, using item frames to symbolize what the chest had in them. It actually is nice, and the way it's built, if I expand it, it won't be hard to build. And on day 99, I believe I was just taking it all in. I'd managed to complete every single one of my goals. Sure, I don't have Nether, right? But hey, that's something I can do in the next installment of this world. But here we are, day 100. And something triggered inside of me, a project I had started and never finished. That's right, we're going to do the bridge for the last day of this episode. It's a very simple build, and again, it's not functional whatsoever. But I decided that I was going to finish it on this day. And by the night time, I was adding torches. I was very lucky to have what I need. And as the night continued on day 100, I just flew around and landed on my roof. I just couldn't believe it. I had done it. I'm still alive, and I made it to day 100. But I'm still alive, so that means that this world will be back. However, that's all for now. I'm tired, and I'm ready to rest. I need to go rest my throat. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and take care.